I'm Handy the dietitian, and welcome to Healthy Made Simple, where I show you how to make healthy eating simple. In this video, I will be sharing how I put together this big batch of frozen sandwiches that you can easily warm up in the microwave and use for a quick lunch throughout the week. Now, I'll be honest, I've been in a little bit of a funk with my lunches since probably right around the holidays, I'm going to say. Typically, when it gets busy, as it does around the holidays, preparing lunch is the first thing to go for me. I typically just tend to opt for some quick, easy options, which are usually frozen options that are microwavable, so that I don't have to worry about preparing lunch. I can just grab the frozen item, throw it in my lunch bag, and be ready to go for the day, especially on those days when we don't have leftovers for lunch the next day. Now, my go-to has been frozen burritos. I get them from Costco. I get the healthier versions that are a little bit lower in sodium, that have a decent amount of protein in there, and that use lean protein as well, such as chicken or beans. But I've just gotten so tired of eating the same burritos over and over and over again. So I wanted something different, and I wanted to prepare something at home, something that was going to be more budget friendly as well, and also an option that didn't always have to be microwaved. I do have access to a microwave for my lunches, but my husband typically does not. So I wanted something that maybe could defrost overnight as well, that he could use and he could eat it cold too. So that's where this idea for the sandwiches came about. We love sandwiches, but we don't want to deal with making sandwiches every day. So frozen sandwiches was a good option to go to. Now for these, I used English muffins for the bread, some turkey slices in there, and a slice of cheese. That's it. Very simple, 3 ingredients that are going to go in there. And of course, you can pair it on the side with some vegetables to create a balanced meal. You can put toppings in there to make it a full, complete sandwich, but it creates a really nice base to work off of. And it microwaves in a minute and a half, so it's a nice, quick, easy option. Now, if you're looking for something like this, if you're trying to prepare healthier lunches at home, but don't have a lot of time, this really didn't take a whole lot of time to put it together, and it knocked out so many sandwiches at the same time that you could just use throughout the week for multiple weeks at a time. So if you're interested, stay tuned to see how I put together this big batch of frozen turkey and cheese sandwiches on an English muffin. Alrighty, let's go.
Alrighty, here is a preview of what it's going to look like. This is before I froze them, so this is when I was packing them up. That's what it looks like. And then here it is after it's been microwaved in that parchment paper that I wrapped it up in, and there it is with the cheese melted and the turkey warmed up. And there it goes after I added in some lettuce and avocado mash to make it a nice complete sandwich. All right, we're going to start out with some English muffins. I use this Thomas original brand. I get this from Costco. There's a 4-pack that I buy at Costco, and whatever I don't use, I freeze, and it freezes really well actually. And then I'm going to grab my parchment paper to right around this size. You could probably go a little bit smaller, but I like having some extra room in there just to make sure I have enough space. And I'm going to start by lining up my English muffins. Now, with the amount of turkey that comes with this, it makes 10 sandwiches total. We had done one prior, so I'm going to be making 9 today, but I'm going to do it in batches. I'm going to start with a batch of 6 first, and then I'm going to use this turkey from Costco. This is the herb roasted turkey breast without antibiotics, no nitrates. I get this from Costco as well, and this comes with 20 slices in there. So 2 slices of sandwich makes 10 sandwiches. All right, I'm going to add a slice of turkey, and I'm going to fold it up just as you saw and kind of fan it out a little bit to make sure it spreads evenly over my English muffin, and I'm going to do that with all of my sandwiches. Now, I like a good turkey breast on my sandwich. It's a leaner option compared to roast beef or ham, so that's the option that I went for, but you can also try other deli meats as well. I'm sure it would just work out just fine. Now for my cheese, I'm going to use pre-sliced cheese. This was a variety pack that I just got from Costco that comes with Swiss, Colby Jack, cheddar, and Monterey Jack, some of our favorites. So I went with the Colby Jack this time, but you can absolutely use any kind of cheese you like, and I'm sure it would be delicious. So I'm just adding a slice of cheese on top for all of these, and that when that cheese melts when it's warmed up, it's really delicious. And I'm going to add a second slice of turkey on top. And you can see I faced them in different directions to try to kind of spread out the turkey over the surface of the English muffin as much as possible. I don't know that it makes a big difference, but that's what I did. Alrighty, now I got my second slice on top, and here comes the easy part, just closing them up. Just gonna put the lids on these guys, and the next step will be to wrap them up. And there you go, that's a sandwich. Wasn't that so easy? I'm so happy these freeze really well because this is a really easy way of making a sandwich to take with us. And there it is. There is that sandwich before it's been frozen. That's what it looks like. And you can easily take it like this to work too and eat it like that too. I don't see why you wouldn't be able to. All right, now for wrapping. Now you're gonna see my first attempt at wrapping this. I'll be honest, I'm not very good at wrapping things, so this is kind of what I went with. I just went over and I started just folding it in as I went along, and I did all 6 with this method until my husband came in and I asked him for his expert opinion because he's the one who wraps our Christmas presents at home. He's really good at wrapping, and he gave me a much easier way of doing this wrapping part. You'll see it was going just fine until I got towards the end here where I didn't really know what to do with these flaps that were coming about. And at first I thought maybe I could tape them down, but then the tape didn't stick to the parchment paper and I was worried about microwaving tape. So I was like, you know what, I can just press them down like that. They'll be fine. But I promise you I'm going to show you a better way of wrapping those guys up. All right, so this was my second batch that I was doing to make those 9 sandwiches, and here is a much better way of wrapping it. So what you want to do is fold it over once, and then you're going to fold the sides in next. So left side in first, then the right side in, and then you're going to just fold it onto itself until it comes together just like that. And I think my parchment paper was a little bit big for this. You could probably go a little bit smaller. So I just tucked that last little piece in, but that looked so much better than my first attempt at it. So I would suggest wrapping them like that. All right, and once they were all wrapped up, I put them in giant Ziploc bags. And don't worry, I will reuse these Ziploc bags the next time I make this. I do wash my Ziploc bags and reuse them. So that we're more, environmentally friendly, of course, and sustainable. And 4 fits in one Ziploc bag, and then I put the other 5 in the other. You can stuff another one on top like that. Probably if you go a little bit smaller on the parchment paper, they might not be as bulky, but I did want to keep the parchment paper bigger to prevent it from, getting that freezer burn in the fridge, 1, and number 2, to make sure it warmed up okay in the microwave. And there we go. 2 big bags of sandwiches made. Super duper simple. And of course, you want to label these, write on them what is in there and the date that you made it. And here it is in my freezer. I'll show you as I pull one out. You'll see the label I made on mine. I just put turkey, cheese, and English muffin sandwich, and I put the date that I did them on there. And there we go. There it is frozen. Looks just the same. And let's stick that in the microwave. And these take 1:30 in the microwave. And they come out perfectly. So from frozen, 1:30. If you defrost it a little bit, you could probably go a little bit less. And there we go. I can add that to my plate. I paired it up with some vegetables on the side to create a more balanced plate because I already got my protein and my carbs covered in the sandwich itself. And there's that ooey gooey cheese that was in there. And I'll pull that out to show you. I showed you a little bit earlier as well, but this is really yummy. I will tell you this is really yummy as almost like a turkey melt without turkey all warmed up. Now, to make it extra delicious, I'm going to add my lettuce and avocado mash in there. I love this avocado mash. I get this from Costco. I used to just get their Kirkland guacamoles, but I prefer this avocado mash more. It's closer to just mashed avocado versus a guacamole. I haven't checked their sodium content, but the other one does feel a little bit saltier to me for some reason. Now I'm going to put a big dollop of the avocado mash on top, and the rest of my avocado mash I will use for my veggies to dip in, and I'm going to spread that all throughout to give it a nice even spread before I close this up. And adding a healthy fat like this makes this a more filling meal, and of course it's delicious at the same time if you enjoy avocados. All right, and there's my lettuce. I just folded that up to put it in there so it fits nicely and it comes together. And this was really, really yummy all together. You honestly don't need the lettuce and the avocado mash. It would be fine without it, but it adds a nice element to it, adds a nice crunch from the lettuce, and it just makes it a little bit more refreshing. There you go.
Thank you so much for watching. I hope this video helped give you an idea of how you can make some frozen sandwiches at home so that you don't have to make a sandwich for lunch every single day and can pull out a frozen option to just microwave or to defrost over time for a quick lunch idea. Now, I haven't tried doing this with other deli meats yet, but that is next on my list. So if you end up giving it a try with something else besides turkey, let me know how it works out. And I think you can also probably switch up the cheese to create some different flavors so that, and maybe add some veggies in there too. I think you can really vary this up to create a different type of sandwich so that you can at least use this method of preparing frozen sandwiches as a way to do some quick lunch options down the line while varying the ingredients to create more fun and variety in the food that you're eating, because we get tired of eating the same thing over and over again. And thank you so much for watching Healthy Made Simple. I hope my channel really does give you ideas about how you can make healthy eating simple for you and your family. And if you haven't already done so, please make sure to hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for my future videos where I'll be sharing more ideas and recipes and things to help make healthy eating simple for all of us, because I know it takes time, I know it takes effort, but there are ways, shortcuts we can take, simple ideas we can use to make this easy for all of us. Thanks again for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.